Welcome back to Crimson Desert. We're going to go over a couple easy ways to make the gold you need to move your base out to Paloon. My two favorite ways will be demonstrated here shortly. As soon as the load screen's over, of course. Feels good to be back in Crimson Desert. Where the hell am I? All right, let's see. All right, we don't need to be here. So we're going to go and move. Let's see. We're going to go over to, we need to get some gold on, and I do believe there are some gold deposits up in the very northern area, more like by Paloon. Where is it? I want to say it's over here. It's hard to see the deposits unless you really zoom in. I do believe there was some gold in the frosty areas. It's by the witch, wasn't it? I don't want to go out too far because then you miss the visuals of like seeing what the actual element is. So let's see. Well, I sure wish you could search gold once you found it, because finding it again can be a bit of a chore. I want to say it was, I know it was up in the snowy areas. I want to say it was by the witch. Where's our witch? So if I zoom in here, will I find that gold deposit? Let's see. There it is. Okay. So yeah, it's by Silver Wolf Cave. So there's gold ore at this spot here. What I should do is set destination. So we'll go here. And I'll show it on the map once I get over there. So as far as I'm concerned, there's really two main ways to make gold bars that you're going to need financially to upgrade camp and move your camp to the northern region. You're going to need a fair amount of money to do it. To see, where are we at? So we need to go that way. So over this area is our friendly neighborhood marker for gold mines. Now I'm sure there's other gold mines out there. This is just one of the ones I know of. I happened to stumble in it while I was looking for the witch. Still one hell of a good looking game. Very immersive. Alright, so it says that I'm right here at a gold deposit. Oh, 69 meters down. Okay. Oh, must be down in this gully over here. Yeah, it's down there. So again, I'll show you where I'm at on the map. So this is Silver Wolf Cave, uh, which is, if you went directly west of the A and Heloon, you can go directly over to this. I've got a marker on it right here. I want to say it's down here. Pretty sure. Although, weird how the marker. Well, we'll go down here and have a look. Pretty sure it was down here. Could be wrong. And usually, when you see these like little gold deposit items around here, it means you're in the right spot. So we're in a gold zone around here. Where's the hole? There it was. Ah. That is it. The X. So it's saying over there. Wolves. Okay. We probably ought to just get rid of the wolves. They don't need this kind of trouble. Feels bad. Hate killing the wolves. Music's still going. Why? We'll skin them real quick. Shall not waste life. We'll respect life by taking their hides. Oh, I don't need to do that. All right. That's quite a pack of wolves. All right, so we got to find that gold mine. I could have swore it was down this hole. Maybe I'm misremembering exactly where it is. But I have a marker on it. But I'm damn... Yeah, see, it's showing it is right here, but that is obviously... I'd have to come in to the gold area from the gully, I think, over here. So it's got to be down here. Yeah, I think that's it right there. This is probably one of those ones you got to break open. Let's see. There we go. Oh, yeah, it seals up after a while. So you'll see that the actual entrance is Silver Wolf Cave to get in there. So again, I'll just dial it out so you can see where I'm at. So just on the southern end of Silver Wolf Cave is the entrance that takes you over to gold that you need to get to, and you'll see that little gold icon on the map once you've been here. Let's see. Let's do this. We need to get this guy up and running. There we go. What was it? Okay, got it. We'll get this guy out. We'll run in here. And there's not crazy amount of gold in here, enough to get you a couple bars, I think. Yeah. So I'm in here, and trying to find the actual spots you can harvest. I wonder if it hasn't respawned since the last time I've been here. Because I'm not getting any. Well, that's not. I'm not getting the blue icon that shows that there's gold here right now. I don't know why that is. Maybe I'd hit this recently? But yeah, normally this has probably 10 or so gold chunks that you can harvest in here. I'm just not getting the icon, which means I don't think it's respawned. I must have been here somewhat recently. But you can get a fair amount of gold out of here normally. Oh, there we go. Okay, so that was what? 8 ore? Which is a good start. There we go, more. Hard to see. So the 3, I just hold down left control to try to get a, there we go. Oh, that was another 8 ore. Okay, that's good. That's some too. Another 7 ore. So far, so good. I wouldn't be surprised if that was it, though. Let's see how much gold I got. Check the inventory real quick. Gold, gold, gold. Oh, 26. Okay. So that's a pretty fair amount of gold. Now, obviously, you don't want to sell this stuff direct. What you want to do is go over to, got to find the little river that has what I need. I believe it was could have been on the river over here. It's Scow Cove? Might be Scow Cove. No, I don't think that's the one. Let's see, where am I at? Oh, I'm way up in Paloon, that's why. Down here. Gray Rock Dock. Now, you're probably asking yourself, well, how does that relate to making gold? I'll show you. Head on over to that location. Because there's 2 things you need to make gold bars out of those gold nuggets. You need the nuggets themselves, obviously. I should have marked that, shouldn't I? Right there. Now, you can just take a whole buttload of gold nuggets at the blacksmith and turn them into gold, but it's tremendous waste. You don't want to do that. What you do want to do is use the recipe you got from visiting the witch, and takes like a golden apple and only a couple of gold ore to turn it into a gold bar, which is much more financially viable as you'll see here shortly. Boy, if that's bloodstone, I gotta get that. Bloodstone seems to be one of those really rare, whoa, shoot, one of those rare resources as I almost fall to my death. You a bad guy? Hope not. Just garnet. Find out. Yeah, that's garnet. I don't really need garnet that much. Oops, didn't mean to do that. It's been a while since I played, so. Not enough arrows. I mean. Let's do arrows. Explosive. There we go. Replenishing. Yeah, game. If you'd let me out of my own ice, that'd be great. All right, so at this spot, reason why I chose this is because it's one of the only places I've found that have these little, what do they call them? The little hedgehog with the golden apple on them. They spawn right here, normally, if they spawn. But if they spawn like literally on this little spot right here. And if you look carefully, it's like these little guys. I wonder if they nerfed it. I hope not. So what I'll usually do is walk back and forth here and trigger well, that's a possum. Okay. So you got to get the little golden apple guys to spawn. Usually it's pretty obvious when you see them. So it's instead of the opossums spawning, it should be those guys with a little golden apple. I don't see them spawning right now. I'm hoping they didn't nerf this or change this. But what I do is walk back and forth from this spot until the guy with the golden apple spawns on his back. Awesome. Okay, that's not what I want. Let's see if we can get this to trigger. Usually what I do is run back and forth here until because they literally pop out of this little stairway right here. But also I'm seeing our small little weasels, not the guy I need. Theoretically, he should pop up again. I'm hoping they didn't nerf it, thinking it was too lucrative, because you would get them over and over again here. The little guys with the golden apples on their back, because the golden apple is the ingredient you need to change that gold ore into a gold bar when you transform it at the witch. Come on, show the golden apple. Don't prove me a liar. So you have to let me know in the comments. Have you guys noticed that maybe the little guys with the golden apples are not spawning as often as they used to. Have they been nerfed? There's one. Got him. All right. So you see that. He just popped out of the ground there. I can pick up the golden apple. Hey, they changed it so it's no longer a crime. I was getting like a bounty for doing that before. They for some odd reason they considered it stealing. But you'll see here. There's golden apple. Now that sells for what, 114 silver. Obviously, a gold bar is 500 silver. So you take that and combine it with your gold ore at the witch, and you'll make a ton more money than you would selling the blasted apple by itself. So we're going to walk over here a couple times, see if we can get a couple of them. Just see how often the spawn is now. But they usually pop out right here. And again, you can see where I'm at. So it's called Grey Rock Dock. And that's kind of on this river north of Demenis, kind of on the border between Hernan and Demenis. You follow it north, just below this oxbow. So let's walk away again. See if we can get a couple of them to spawn real quick. And we'll go over to the witch and show you how to transmute that into an actual bar. But they always pop right here if they're gonna pop. Fairly obvious one. Oh, that's gold. Boom. Okay, got it. I got another one. Second gold apple. You can walk back and forth by here all day long if you really want to collect a whole bunch of golden apples. I try to run out of slight render range of that little spot and then do it again. They should always pop up right in the same spot by this pumpkin patch. Don't prove me a liar. Come on. Where are you? So again, you want to get it to keep respawning by getting slightly out of range of it, then coming back. This can be kind of tedious, but it is a pretty fair way to make gold. There's one. Ding. All right, 3 gold apples. All right, that's probably enough for now. You get the gist of it. Just come here and do it over and over and over again. So now we need to go down to one of our witches. And where is our Witch of the Woods? We'll just come over here real quick. It seems to me that you get a lot more gold. Well, if you have an upgraded like drill tool, you'll get a lot more gold than you could use right off. The golden apples are the rare resource, so you might have to spend some time just grinding it out of that spot to get the apples to actually transform it. All right, so hello there, workshop.
Wander at your leisure. See what calls to you.
Craft. Let me see. I believe it's under craft, and you just got to cycle through. So you get the last one. There you go, gold bar. So golden apple plus 3 ore makes gold bar. So let's do that. We got 3 golden apples, so we can make 3 gold bars. So basically 3 golden apples and 9 ore make 3 gold bars. So that's one way.
I've been waiting. Our paths will cross again.
Yeah, let me go. I gotta go. All right. The other spot, that's a good way to do it because especially lower levels, you can be in those areas pretty easily without, having a bunch of hassles with higher level enemies. So you can just go over, harvest the gold, harvest the apples, come back to this witch, which is pretty early game area. The other one is the Menace, and that's, I'm sure people probably heard this. There's a wildlife sanctuary. And that way is pickpocketing, which is my way because it's the laziest way. Because I don't have to do, a lot of go harvest the gold, go harvest the apple. You could just pickpocket it straight up. Um, let's see. Demenis, where's that wildlife sanctuary? I want to say, yeah, it's right here. Demenis Wildlife Park, which is just south and west of Demenis itself. This one is a little harder to get to super early game, but it can definitely be done because early game, before you've helped Demenis out, there's a lot of guards around here being a pain in the ass. And they are in pretty good platoon size. All right, we're going to go over here. And the wildlife park has, in case you may or may not have noticed, has a lot of nobles. And a fair percentage of these nobles carry gold bars on them. Hello. Don't worry about me. Nothing to see here. So, what you need to do is just run up to them, scan them with your lantern. Your lantern will check what they have in their pockets. If it's a bag, don't worry about it. It's not worth enough money to get hassled over. But if it's a square looking bar, it's worth doing. And these wardens, I've never seen anything useful on them really. It's all these nobles that have the chance of having the stuff. You just want to go around and check all their pockets real quick. Oh, that one's got a key. I don't need that. What I do need is a big square gold bar. Oh, I also want to show you this. So on my armor, you'll notice one thing. Oop, took it off. See, okay. There we go. See this right here? Plus 20% silver chance gain. So that's like a kind of like a luck item that you can put on your, it's one of the runes you can put on your armor. So when I do pickpocket, there's 20% chance that I get an additional, like an additional gold bar. There's been many times I've picked up double gold bars. So let's look at our inventory real quick. So you'll notice I've got 3 gold bars. I'm going to just click on them so that they don't look new. So when I do get a gold bar, it'll have the little icon by it showing that it's a new gold bar.
Just from the name? It could be anything.
Nothing there. You might have to check a fair amount of them to get the item. But check everybody, because there's a lot of nobles in here. I love how they always shield their eyes when you're shining a lantern in their face. That's brilliant. All right, so this is a exercise in patience until you find the character that's actually carrying the gold bar. Which one of you bastards has the gold bar? Ooh. Well, Most of them, probably 90% of them, have keys or just a bag of silver. It's not horrible, but it's not worth the hassle it is running back and forth, trying to get out of stealing range or getting nicked for stealing off people. You never know who's going to have the bar. Not you. Don't even bother with the wardens. They don't have shit. So, how about you? No. Now, this can be a little easier at night. It's easier to see the outlines, and nighttime's coming on, so it'll start glowing better. But just go, you have to go through. Both these gold methods take a little patience. But it's so much better than every other way of making money in the game. Because you're going to need a whole big load of money to rebuild Paloon after it gets ransacked. No money, no money. Guys are all poor. Poor, poor, poor. That's pretty cool looking, that elephant. Gotta admit. Step on me, elephant. Alright, so back at it. We're going to scan all these guys. A lot of times they stand right next to each other, so sometimes you'll pickpocket the wrong guy when you bump into them. And then you got to run away and come back and do it again. That can be... There's one. You see those gold bars? Look at all those gold bars. Alright, baby. We're going to freaking...
That is most unacceptable.
Got to get her alone so you don't...
Oh,
With flowers like these, who could not adore Delicia?
Hold on.
that is most unacceptable.
I wonder if this decision truly serves
So why it's not
or dooms it.
not picking up the gold bars? Oh, my mask is not on. Forgot about that. Can't pickpocket without your mask on. Hey, lady. A good testy with me.
That is
Truly,
most
this
unacceptable.
land.
Did I get it? No, I did not. Alright. Hang on it. Alright. Out of range and go back in and hit her again. Somehow or another I got...
Oh, thoughtless ruffian.
Okay.
Well-bred beggar.
Just keep running outside the circle so that you don't get the bounty. Go back and hit her again. For some reason, it's not picking up the stuff from her. It is you, right? Yeah. No? Wait. Where'd she go? I thought it was this chick. Let me check my inventory real quick. No, still, there was obviously gold bars on her. Where'd she go? That's weird. Normally, I'd have picked those out of her. I'd have picked those out of her pocket. Where is
My
she?
servant showed me the most charming creature.
I
the
can't
other
help but
day.
think they changed something because normally I would have instantly gotten those bars off of her. She had 3 bars on her. Yet it gave me something entirely different than the bars. Ah, there she is. Got him.
This.
All right. Make sure you run out of the red zone before you get a fine. Okay, there you go. One gold bar. It showed there were 3 in her pocket. But maybe it's an RNG sort of thing where you don't always get all 3. But this is what I like to do is is run around here. It's pretty relaxing, pickpocketing and stealing, rather than going out and mining and waiting for the little voles to have
What
the
might the other realms?
gold item on them, the golden apple. This is also a good way, like a lot of times, a lot of the NPCs, they really, yeah, I got the only gold, it showed 3 gold bars and now it's showing none. So that's got to be an RNG thing. So you're not always guaranteed to get all 3, I guess, which is a dang shame. I was kind of hoping to get all 3 of those bars. Let's see. Before I clear out of here, I want to see if I can pick up some more. Yeah, lady, where's all your gold? Just want your gold, lady. Not your skinny bag, but yeah, you can come here legitimately to get a bunch of silver pouches that you can use to up your reputation with vendors and the like. Because a lot of people don't realize that leveling up vendors to 100% trust and open up all sorts of cool stuff, like, you know, the ability to buy certain food types at your cook at your camp and things like that. Or you might be able to get explosive arrows off of one of the fences, you know, by leveling them up, which I did. I've done that to most of the bar tavern owners. I've got them to 100% so that I can get all their food recipes so I can make at my own camp. Come on, somebody else has got to have gold on them. Try to make a video here, lady. Don't you have gold? There's a lot of different spots here, though, that have a congregation of nobles. Oh, these guys are broke. So, I just want the real deal. Those got to be keys, I'm guessing. To what? I have no bloody idea. I guess they're just regular old lock-picking keys. You guys got any bars on you? Any bars? I'm running a whole camp here, guys. I need a lot of bars. Bars? Feel like a Twitch streamer trying to monopolize his audience out of money. So, we're going to keep this up a little more. How about you, lady? You got gold on you? You cheap biatch. How about you? Would you care to share gold? No? You guy's got a gold coat. You'd think he'd have gold bars. Where? These are the most broke nobles you ever seen. Doesn't anybody carry gold bars anymore? What is this world coming to when you can't even make a decent living leaving
Such a
gold bars
peculiar
off of people?
creature.
Yeah,
A
you too.
fresh curiosity, to be sure.
So I think it's... We're being spicy, lady. Out of my way. So I think it's an RNG thing. You know, sometimes there'll be a fair amount of them that carry gold bars, and other days, not so much. But it's worth going through a lot of them to check them at least. Just see if one of them could be holding the mother load. Now, technically,
Me would be something.
zip it. So the other way is shown temporarily more lucrative than this way. Although there's been times here, I just come in, takes me 5 to 10 minutes of looking over all the nobles, and I'll I'll pull 3 gold bars out of here. But I have 3 gold bars from using the golden apples and the gold ore because you, as you know, you looked at my inventory earlier. I got a lot of gold nuggets out of that little deal. Or what? There. Still have 17 left. Now, if it takes 3 per and a golden apple, that's a fair amount of gold bars you can make. You just got to get the golden apples to go with it. So 6 one, half dozen the other, right? Sometimes one way is just a lot more lucrative, depending on how
I almost
they are.
lost
Oh,
my
there's
nose
gold.
And laid my hand on its.
Well, hello there. Mind if I bump into you? Nope. Not what I wanted to do. All right, I gotta get out of range. The range seems to get better. All right, there we go. Yeah, now I had to run farther and farther away each time in order to get out of the range where you get a bounty. That's kind of annoying, but what are you gonna do? If I could find the gold bar person again. They were over here, right? Problem with the group, you tend to grab the item from the wrong person. Gotta be one of these guys. Huh. Is it this one? No. I know I saw gold bars. You saw gold bars, right? There were gold bars on one of these characters. And now I'm not seeing gold bars. Is it one of these? No. Yeah, it's like kind of like sometimes you pickpocket something that you didn't intend to grab, like a coin purse or some malarkey like that. Like it's throwing RNG at you, even though you clearly had gold bars in that person. Like, no, you grabbed a coin purse instead. I'm hoping the person is still here. Get out of the way.
Lady to say what I think.
Well, I'm not too much of a lady to say what I think, lady. Let's see. There it is. There it is. There it is. There it is.
You vicious hound!
I want the bars, lady.
I hope the view is good from the gallows.
There we go.
What a
Ha 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 ha. I'm gonna have to run like hell to get out of this before I get a freaking... Ooh, that was close. Alright. So there we go. I now have another 2 gold bars. So already just by converting a little bit of gold ore with the gold apples, I got 3 bars out of that. I got 2 bars out of pickpocketing. Now I can keep going around like this. This may take a little longer, actually, than just farming up the little bowls with the golden apples. But, as you can see, there are 2 very viable ways of making that money. And just by doing a little of this and then throw it in the bank at Hernand, you can stockpile a fair amount of gold in your bank. Some people are gaming the system with the bank by creating a hard save before they go check the whether or not they made a profit or a loss at the bank, which I'll show you in a minute. Let's say we did that. We say save. We're going to do that real quick. So we saved there. Now you can only do this if you know what time your investment is ready to collect on. Hello, boys. So when you check your banker, Oops, shit. Didn't mean to do that. Banker.
We guarantee
Bank.
safe transactions.
Okay, so I've got it on medium risk. But as you can see right here, previous investments. So I'm making pretty good jumps in gold. That one went from 10 gold bars to 12, 14 to 16. Let's see when it turns over. So applied in 2 days, 15 hours. So in 2 days and 15 hours, you can come back like 2 days and 13 hours, create a save just before you come in and check your investment. And if it's, you know, not the investment strategy, like you didn't make money, you can reload and it'll re-roll every time if you save just before your investment turns over. So what I do like to do is put a couple of these gold bars in there. And as you can see, I've got what, 9,155 worth of silver. And that's pretty important to have a lot of money
You're welcome here
for,
anytime.
you know, running a lot of the missions that your camp does. Oh, I should actually turn some of those directly into silver. And that's where you want, again, you want to do it here because you get the best exchange rate.
Got something you'd like us to keep for you?
No, I just want some silver, thank you. I'm going to turn all 3 of those. That's 1,500 silver right there, boom. Which puts a lot of coin in my pocket.
I look forward to future dealings.
And that allows me to go back to my camp and put some money in the coffers so they can keep running those missions I want. So let's go back to camp here. And the money is, it's absolutely necessary to run a lot of the missions because they cost money to run them. Of course, you're leveling your guys up. You're doing all sorts of good stuff. You're getting supplies for your camp. So, you know, you're going to be needing to do that. But when it comes to really building stuff out, that stuff is expensive. And I'll show you. Let's see. Let's deposit some of this money in there.
You got any good trading goods?
Camp provisions. Let's deposit some money. Let's see. Need to probably give them 500. Let's make it 1,000. All right, there's a casual 1,000. Confirm.
Need something packed? You've come to bring me whatever you want packed.
Here's why that money, making that gold, is so dang important. It's the big missions like rebuilding Elune cost a ton of money.
There's no one better than me when it comes to managing.
Mission dispatch, okay. Where is, oh, here, Paloon. Here's the one that's going to cost a lot of money. So, 132,000. Okay. Paloon Council Construction. I need 10 guys to do this. So you. Just got to lock up a lot of guys to do this. 9, 10. All right. There we go. Oh wait, I just took one off. All right, dispatch. So now What else do we got at Paloon? I think you got to do these in order. But eventually, if you get Paloon upgraded,
Folk, we'll always be ready.
then your camp will eventually move up there. I kind of like this location here. It's kind of cool that it's on a cliffside. I mean, you know, who wouldn't want their camp built on a full bluff? So, in any case, what is that icon? Howling Hill. That show a locked icon. This is clearly my camp. I don't know what the locked icon is. Maybe we should go over there and have a look. Oh wait, we just had the secret vendor walk into our camp. Hey, hold on there, mister. You just happened to visit the camp.
Prizes are never found
What do we got here? Anything new and exciting? You can buy a couple of cool things off of him, like Abyss artifacts. You can buy all the good stuff. There's a couple of decorative things in here. But wild ginseng is another thing you buy off him. And ginseng is kind of rare in the map. He doesn't have any on him right now.
Pack holds wonder. Remember who brought you these treasures?
But in any case, yeah, I'm going to call it there. You got two solid ways of making gold. And that's pretty cool. Let's see. Do this. Armor is E. Which is one cool thing about this. You can do this. Let me see, what is it? I believe you can take that reindeer cap down. Quit. I know there's a way to do that. You can pull that hood down. Anyway, you can strip the hood down on the reindeer cap. This is a really useful thing for hunting reindeer, so that you can get up right next to them and just hit them with your sword instead of chasing them around with a bow. And I think I covered that in one of my previous videos, how useful this little reindeer cloak can be. Not only does it have a high cold resistance, but it camouflages you from the deer, because you need a lot of the horns to make the golden Palmer pills. So yeah, we're gonna leave it right there. Hope you guys found something useful out of this. Again, there's two main ways to make gold, in my opinion, and that's harvest the golden apples and the gold ore, or pickpocket the hell out of the wildlife sanctuary. So, hope you find some use out of that, and I'm out of here. Have a good day. Oh, by the way, like, subscribe, follow. I'm growing my channel. Appreciate the input. Drop a comment as well, like, do you have a better way of making gold? If so, hey, I'm all ears. Adios.